know what a drip mind too tight. Go talk, some top look grew up rich, I grew up poor. Had to hustle, be mature. That's my point of view. That's my point of view.
Yes. Sanbonani Makai, meaning Nkosazana Sekasu, Gigi Lemaine, and welcome to yet another episode of POV with Gigi Lemaine, where we seek to understand and not to judge. Guys, we're on a roll. You know, these things are just coming to us episode after episode. And of course, we are interviewing some of the best, most controversial, most interesting characters. And I must say, today I'm extremely excited because this is somebody that I've been wanting to interview for a very, very long time. And yes, ladies and gents, he is here. But don't forget to subscribe. It is POVXGG on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, wherever it is. Let's get the conversation going. And of course, you know our doors are always open to interesting stories like yours. And today we have a very interesting guest. Yes, I am uber excited. He actually goes by a different name and he'll let you know who he is. But for us in the studio, guys, he goes by the name Sia the Entertainer. Or is it Sia Entertainer? Sia Entertainer. Yeah. Simple, right? Simple. And for some people who are at home wondering who you are, who are you?
Okay, firstly, thank you for the opportunity. I feel so honored sitting on this couch with you. Well, I go by the name of Siyabonga Mbatha, but I'm famously known as Sia Entertainer. Yeah, that's my stage name, and that's how most people know me. So, well, my profession, I'm a male stripper and porn star. And my services are for both genders, male and female. And I'm famously known for my manhood, which is very different and special.
This is going to be so exciting. All right. So who inspired you to get into the industry?
Well, my late close friend, which is Cudberry Hank, unfortunately passed away. Like, he's the person who actually gave me a chance when nobody actually knew me. I think he saw something inside of me and he gave me a chance. I started off at the Summit Club as a stripper, even though but he was like, no guys, you know, he gave me a chance. And also going into porn, because I told him, and he saw mangabe maskeza emashaweni uthi hayi manje wena wa into yakhe so, you understand? And then he was like, okay, siyazina, how about zami porn, vuli tweet mnganami, and then post your stuff on there. And then I listened to him, and then the rest is history.
All right, something more serious. I mean, like, how do your family feel about your choice of?
My family, especially my mother, is supportive because she's both a mother and father. My father left when we were young, you know, so she had to stand in for myself, my late brother, and my sister, you know, and also just recently lost my brother as well. So it's kind of hectic, you know, the kind of strain that she has, you know, and for her to lose me as well was going to be very difficult. So what had happened is that I sat down with her and I told her, Mama, I'm going through some stuff in my life, and instead of and then we sat down and I told her how I feel, and I told her for a fact that I'm bisexual. I actually never knew that I was, but it's just that it happens when I'm in the presence of a machita, I start getting aroused. I'm like, hey, I'm like, I get the same feeling, you know. So that's when I actually, at that time, I never knew how to put it in words, but as it was I was okay, I'm a dominant bisexual top. Okay. So that's what I am. And then I told my mom, I accept her, and she keeps on telling me, as long as you be safe and always I
was actually going to go into that. Sexism, some people believe it's a very spiritual act, right? So what happens then when you get a client or you're with somebody and then now you're not sure, you know, what they're doing, or, you know, there are lots of energies that go with that. You know, is there some kind of cleansing? Does mom pray? Like, what do you do to also protect yourself?
That's a very good question because, you know, most of the people that I meet up with uthola ukuthi umunye ufake intambo and stuff like that, you understand? So ngeke ngithi mina mangifika kuwe ngithi ngicela ukhumule intambo. That's your religion. It's up to you ukuthi wena ufuna yini yabo. So mina I know ukuthi mina ngenza kanjani and what I do, and especially knowing ukuthi my mom knows about what I'm doing. She keeps on advising me ukuthi maybe once a month hambe KZN ufike uthathe into zakho lwandle, whatever. I know like ukuthi yini kumele ngiyenze, understand, and ngihamba ngiyithatha, and then I always make sure ukuthi mangiqeda nje ne-client I cleanse myself ngale ndlela lengifundiswe ngayo, and so far everything is going good.
Right, and for some people who don't know, before you joined us, usesontweni.
Yeah.
So do they know what you're doing? Like,
Yo.
and how is it, you know?
Like, if everyone in studio is starstruck, imagine esontweni. You understand? Mangiqala ngena esontweni sobona ngabantu bayaqhwebana benangu lo mfana, you understand? And like for real, like it's something that I know that I have to live with. Like I chose to be who I am and to do what I'm doing. So one thing that I always tell myself ukuthi angiyelanga abantu esontweni. Ngiyelaphana ngiyothandazela uNkulunkulu, because even if I die one day ngizobe ngiyi-one. Bonke labantu bazobe bangekho, and only God can judge me. Only God can say lona ufuna nesontweni akaphume esontweni, because I mean isonto is for everyone. It's for abantu ababulalayo, it's for sinners, you know, like isonto. As long as God accepts me the way that I am, I don't really care what people say.
That's a good point. Do you believe that what you're doing is a sin or a service?
It's a sin and a service together.
It's
a sin, yeah, it's a sin.
Okay.
Having multiple partners, you know, going around doing whatever you want to do, drinking, smoking, that's against, you know, the law. It's against the Bible. But I mean, I have to make a living at the end of the day. As long as ngazi mina ukuthi ngiyathandaza mina, ngithandaza uNkulunkulu, my spiritual life is always intact uNkulunkulu. Yeah.
And what pays more? Is it the television part of it, like the visuals, or is it the escort services?
The escorts.
Really?
It pays a lot. Yeah, and I won't take this opportunity and lie to people and say, I'm 100,000, I'm 50,000. Don't let people fool you. Kunzima, you know, especially since it's like South Africa. You know how we live in a society where people are very judgmental. I mean, like, look at Uzota, for example. Uzota, she's been charged all over Patiana. She keeps on pushing, you know. So, Gasebenzega, kune-cuts zakhona, I understand. But to be quite honest with you, the escort side, you're in a patala kakhulu.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. And how much was the most you've gotten in terms of like tips? I know it's crazy, but I think we'd want to know, you know, with guys, how much a woman or a guy in this case would pay.
Men pay more. I like
men pay
more.
Yeah,
okay. Men pay more.
All right.
Women like free stuff. Seriously. Serious, I won't lie to you. They like everything for free, like someone would just hit you up.
Yeah.
Like maybe whatever. See, can you come sleep with me? What? You understand? Like without understanding, would see this is the talent. You know, being able to satisfy someone in bed without knowing them is a talent. You understand? So not everyone can do it. You understand? So people need to embrace and also to pay me for my services. So far, to be honest with you, guys pay more. Guys pay more, yeah.
Now let's talk about this tool. I want to call it a tool. Right? So word on the streets is, and I want you to put it on record on POV, because that is one of, you know, the things that separates you from everybody else.
Yes.
There is word on the street that your tool has been accessorized.
Of course.
Yeah, it's been decorated.
Yeah.
It has been renovated. Yeah.
I pimped it.
You pimped your tool. Please tell me about that. How did you decide? Why?
Okay.
How? Where?
What had happened the time when I was arrested, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I went to KZN to pursue a soccer career. So when I got there, things never worked out for me. And I started, you know, mixing up with the wrong people. And then I ended up going to prison for like 6 months. So within 3 months of me being there, I noticed a group of guys, like in the cell, in the corner. They buzzed on someone's manhood. I'm like, guys, what are you doing there? So they said, come and check it out. When I got there, there were like 3 guys. 2 guys are actually pulling his skin, his penis skin. The other is cutting with a razor blade and is inserting beads inside of the skin. It's not surgically done. You feel every single thing. And then I asked the leader, what's this? So he told me, no, you understand? It's like if you have a wife or a girlfriend and then you are bosh, you go inside. The minute you come out, you're obviously going to give her a new experience, because obviously no one is going to wait for you to come out of prison. People are going to try to move on with their lives, and then later on realizing it's Puma next week. You understand? So I'm asking Puma next week, I'm going to give you something that you would never have and you never will get ever again. And then chances are my whole family comes back and then everything goes back to normal.
That is so interesting. That's like a different rite of passage altogether.
One more point. Abantu abanemali bayakulandela. That's what they told me. And I was so eager to do it to a point where I did it the following day. And then seriously. And then they told me, once waphuma ngaphandle la uzozibonela. So when I went out there was this app that people used to call WeChat. I don't know if WeChat, hookups and stuff. And so I hooked up with guys and women, especially guys from Mhlang. So I hooked up with this white guy, and I gave him such an experience with the whole beads. It was the first time being paid for his sex, and I had I think it was 2.5. Yeah. So from then onwards, I never looked back up until today.
And you've never heard anyone feeling that the services weren't good?
Never. Because there's a difference between a normal dick and a dick with beads. You understand? Everyone knows that a human being is very sensitive down there. So imagine if you just have constantly something, rubbing you on the inside, something that you don't know where it comes from. You understand? Especially it makes women squirt like a gauge.
Some of the men in the studio are nodding, so I'm not sure if they want to go and do it all. But is this done? It's probably done outside.
Yeah.
Do you know how much it costs?
It's expensive. I think for one,
Yeah.
they'll probably charge you around 1.5 now. Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how many do you have? You don't have to show us.
I've got 14. Different sizes.
Oh, where did they get them from?
No, it's up to you what you want. You understand? But I've mixed it up in a like a toothbrush, like the end of a toothbrush. They cut it off and then they scrape it down on the floor so that it becomes in a nice shape where it doesn't hurt your skin. Yeah, and then they put it inside. Everyone hits the G-spot.
How do these men in prison know what hits the...
Obviously, abantu bayakhuluma, Yeah, abantu bayakhuluma, and people, in prison, that's where you learn about life.
Yeah, of course.
Prison is the best teacher. The person who's been in prison and comes out will never be the same mentally,
Yeah. And is it safe? For guys, and so you're going to be like that until you're old?
Of course.
Or do you remove it at some point?
It can't be removed because the same way that you've inserted it, you gotta do it. And this thing is risky because it's not medically done. So chances are that you might do it and then they might cut off your vein and then you end up not having a penis for the rest of your life. So it's a risk, you understand? They even tell you once you're doing that you know what, you gotta be accountable for it. So because it's your choice.
Yeah, of course. That is super, super interesting, guys. But something else that's very interesting is there was a very funny, I thought it was funny, but I think it was serious at the time, a story that went on about you impregnating 2 people in one night.
Yeah.
And all of them, there was like a huge Facebook post. Oh, we're looking for him. He impregnated us. And oh, is that true?
Yeah, it's true. It's true, Ash. It's true, and I'm not proud of what I've done, but I take full responsibility of my...
Why are you not proud of what you've done? Wasn't it a collective decision to
No, it wasn't. It
engage?
wasn't. I was just there to strip for the one girl, and then she came there with a friend. So when I got there, I did my thing, and then they wanted sex afterwards. And then I told them that, guys, I will come a condom jela ngiyabona. They understand.
Okay.
But in bona but I sabona phambili. Masters fear phambili it happened there. I slept with both of them throughout the night. But she just kanje, that's all. So and then after this kashana, and then I told them a call, but like I impregnated them on my Facebook. Then I blocked them because it was going to be too much. And then my mother came home with the front page cover. The
newspaper.
Yeah, it was in the newspaper.
OMG, this was huge.
Yo, so my mom came in the morning with the newspaper and she showed me because you lied what you give me, you're a topless waiter. You understand? So I had to come clean. Yeah, everything is kind of okay right now because I'm taking full responsibility
for the kids.
Yes.
How many kids do you have now?
Right now I've got 9 kids.
And you're looking after them?
Yes. I won't lie and say it's easy.
No.
Sometimes in your skip awabanye, no, but my main focus is abasase.
And how's the co-parenting going?
Bad. It's bad.
Don't you think it's also because of what you do?
Yeah, because sometimes I can't even attend my parents' meetings because of the way I just feel like, okay, let me just sit in the car.
Oh. How does that make you feel though?
It's painful, no, it's painful, I won't lie. But I mean, I gotta live with what I chose.
So would you say that now in South Africa we're getting to a point where we have celebrity status for people who basically do nightlife? I'm sure you saw we had Samge on here for our very first episode.
Yes.
A huge hello to her. I absolutely love her. Do you think that maybe South Africa is becoming a little nicer to you guys? Because I mean, if you can go to your child's school and you're afraid, that means people know you, right? So that means in one way or another you're kind of celebrated in some circles, making you a celebrity, right? So do you think that that's what's kindly happening? Because I think Cudberry, yourself, Koli, there's talk now. Do you think that maybe people are loosening up to that and we might just have celebrity adult entertainers?
Honestly speaking, yes, I think so. I think so. And but what I want people to know is that as much as I can be a content creator, but at the same time I'm educating, understand?
Yeah.
So as much as people know ukuthi ngenzani, but I want people to look at it as ukuthi I'm trying to teach abantu besilisa. When I'm on a stage, when I'm stripping, I'm actually teaching guys ukuthi, okay, before you start, this is what you do, this is how you lift her up, this is what these are the kind of styles that you do in bed. And then when I get in bed and I teach them, okay, this is where you touch. If you wanted to squat, this is what you do. It's educational, but
hold up, do you give classes to couples to say to a guy, oh, you're not making your girlfriend happy?
Yes,
let me let me show you, and then you show him, then he does it.
Yeah, like I'll just demonstrate. You understand? I will show him where to touch and what to do. Seriously. So this is the reason why I said like
you need a bodyguard. Somebody get this man a bodyguard.
You understand? So
how much do you charge
for that?
Yeah,
3,000 rands.
All right. For how long?
For an hour.
Okay, couples, you heard it here first. Sia, entertainer, charges 3K. to help couples who might be struggling to satisfy each other in bed.
And it's not a bad thing.
It's
I mean,
not.
Yeah, it's not a
It's
bad
not.
thing, and it's not something that you should be ashamed of.
No.
And it's what I keep telling people. It's not about the size of your manhood. You just need to know that if yours is smaller, this is what I need to do. If yours is bigger, because you can have a big dick
And you don't know what's
and you
happening.
don't know what to do. You understand? All you're doing there, you're just pumping in air for nothing. You understand? So for me, So-
See, angeke.
you know, no, it's all facts. It's all facts. It's all facts. Pump
And-
umoya mahala
okay.
nje. Iyasuza
We
one way.
get
Uyayibona
it.
into enjalo. Eish.
Would you be able to help a lesbian couple? Do you think you'd be able
Of
to?
course.
Really?
You know what? Everything comes down to the touch.
So maybe you're actually a sex therapist. Maybe you could actually add that to your resume.
Yes,
Right?
I think so.
That you're actually also a sex therapist, you know?
Yes.
And some people should read up about it. I know this is something that's very common in the US, in the UK, when couples are just having problems with being happy, but they love each other. They will go to a seer, you know,
understand?
and talk, and things do get better.
So instead of cheating on your partner, you just better your services to your partner. Both, listen, this thing isn't only pointed to guys. Nabantu besifazane bayavila apha. Serious bayavila apha. And bayabhora abanye yabo. Serious, like I won't lie.
Nihlekani.
I won't lie, it's like 50-50. So this thing isn't only based kumuntu esilisa. Thinking ukuthi guys are the ones who should
problem.
feel pressure all the time in bed. It should be exchange of energies. If mina ngiyabona ukuthi okay, I did my part for like 30 minutes. Now it's your turn to do your
Hold
part.
up, what? 30 minutes? Are you just saying as an example?
No,
or-
not an example.
Huh?
When it's her turn to do her 30 minutes, 5 minutes into whatever she's doing, and umuntu wakho uyakhatha ulubheke eceleni, I just shove you off and I leave. You understand? By me doing that, ngiyakubonisa phela ukuthi okay, you need to improve on that aspect.
Hi, bro. Is this what you're doing to partners or to clients? To partners?
Partners.
Okay, to partners. Speaking of partners, are you seeing, well, okay, let me not ask if you're seeing somebody, but when you do see someone, are you seeing one person? Are you seeing two people? What does your relationship life look like? And do they understand what you do?
My partners, we like our relationship is only for sex.
So you don't want love. You don't
I
want
don't think-
affection. You don't want gifts.
no.
You don't want...
I don't think I'm in a position where I could awaken uthando kumuntu without having the intention ukumthanda kakhulu yabo, because I'm always busy, I'm always with clients. I mean, who's gonna wanna be with someone that's gonna go sleep with somebody and then come back and sleep with you understand? So
Somebody
with
who's
me-
doing what you're doing.
no,
No?
it won't work out. It won't work out. It won't work out. I've tried that. It never worked out. There's a lot of jealousy and stuff like that. So for me, nje, people that umuntu mangisuke ngimkhalela, I just go straight to the point. Silala nini? Okay, ngelanga lokuthi papa finish. Understand? Ndlulisa ilanga maka ngikhumbula ngiyabuya. If ngibhorekile ngenze next ngiyamfonela, something like that. That's all I need right now. No love.
So you don't do takeaways, Netflix and chill, nothing?
I'm
When I
not,
did
I'm not
tata-
that kind of a person.
Do
Seriously.
you think too much of that has made you shut off to love? Why am I ehleka kangaka kule episode?
Some real nigga shit.
Do you think because now you've done it so much, like,
At the end of the day, siswami yabo, njengoba ngisho ukuthi my experiences in life has taught me so much. Mina, you know, coming from a background ebhola and going and then being in love, phela musu udlala ibhola, you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't date, you don't sleep, you don't masturbate, you don't do none of that. It's like you are shut out from emhlabeni. So I had that mentality in ngene empilweni, and that's how I had my first child, you know, because the mother of my first child actually left me because nama ngicabanga, I blame myself because I never knew ukuthi umuntu esifazane uyakhishwa wenzwani yabo. So I lagged, and then I saw it's okay, she left me because of this, and then I manned up and I learned so much in prison, and then when I came out there, my mentality was totally different. With me, even if I can have a lot of money, with me, you ain't gonna get money, you ain't gonna get nothing, only dick, that's all. With me.
clap vele fana nani madoda? Why are you clapping? Why? Umuntu wesifazane. Listen. All right. Okay. Something a little more serious. Another reason why I wanted you on here is for you to just clarify, get it out there, because I believe this is the best platform. And I mean, it's a story that was unfolding.
Yes.
Something that happened on live with the lady. And then she went and she said, you did something. Then she went and she publicly apologized to you and said you didn't do it. She actually liked it a lot, but she was going to get in trouble with her husband and family.
Yeah, it's true. It happened. Yeah, it happened. And I do regret what I did. You understand? Because my main aim was just to go live, just to tease abantu. And in masesifika lapha na umuntu usefaka isandla yabo useya kude kanti mina I was just going live just for ukuthi entertain abantu. So it happened that I slept with her and I was forcefully sleeping with her. That's just how I am. I'm very dominant. So abantu bayibona njenge rape, but it wasn't rape because I wasn't like, that's how I am. I'm a very forceful kind of guy.
And she allowed you to?
Yeah, she allowed me.
She
and
never
then,
was like, no.
Yeah, as soon as she saw ukuthi hayi man lo muntu live, and then she jumped off the bed wamemeza wathi ngimhambise. And then the following day it was trending all over Twitter. I got the call like the following day ukuthi ngiyafunakala police station in Orlando. Angabaleka mina azange ngiye. Yangithola. So it happened, and ugelwa khona, she's a Metro police officer, and she lost the job, and beseka lotsholiwe ke mangizo. So she lost the job, she lost everything, she lost the car, and then she went back home nesisu.
Esakho?
Yeah.
Esakho?
Esam.
Umphrekisile futhi? You know where the danger is? It's here.
No, it danger ikho lana ukuthi it happened ukuthi vele it was in the moment. Yeah, everything happened in the moment. So manje I'm getting calls from the guy's side ukuthi I need to pay back yamalobolo, as if I'm ukuthi mhlambe mina ngirong or whatever. So mina ukuthi ngibalekele ukulwa nani I said I'm on a paid off, and it's like I think it's about like 30-something thousand that I need to pay off to settle the debt, because bona banandaba ngebehavior yentombazane, because it's, I mean, like all I need to do is just to pay up the money.
And that's what you're doing right now?
Yeah. Kancane what about
So now, were you both roll night this girl, or was she a client?
No, bengajoli naye.
She was a client?
Yeah, she was a client.
Oh.
Manje sekumele kubhatale mina cabanga. But for me to be safe, and because I was told never to put my foot in KZN because of yona lento yenzakalayo. Up until ibhatale imali.
And how is she?
Yeah, she's okay, she's fine, and the fact that she apologized the following day, she was actually caught up in 2 months. Like yazine, when I was with her at that specific moment, I awoken the beast inside of her. Every person has that. Not anyone can just awaken it inside of you. It takes a very special person who can study you, who knows it to actually awaken it up. So when it was awake, she was freaky. Then after that,
It happens. I mean, apparently you must, before you, so that you can come to your senses or something. There's a saying, I don't want to say it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And do your baby mamas know each other? Because knowing you, I'd need to be in a support group.
No, they don't.
I'd have to you need to encourage them to have a WhatsApp group. And they must help promote you, because I think this could be a very lucrative business, and I think you should consider doing some reality show stuff. I think it would be quite interesting, whether it lives online or it makes it to TV. I think it's quite the story with the kids and them. Have you ever fallen in love with a client? I know you say you never fall in love, but have you ever fallen in love with a client?
Fallen in love with the sex, not with the client.
With the sex,
that he or she gives me.
So there's a difference for you.
Yeah. There's a
person.
Yeah.
So it's true.
It's true.
It's not. It's love is not love. Like there's a difference.
Yeah, but in terms of me taking up with somebody that like I'm feeling it's okay as in law akafana lo abantu abafani. You understand? So you can't compare somebody that's taking care of herself and a person that doesn't. There's a difference, you understand? So you just need to adjust. If ngithola umuntu ongazi uthi vele kade hamba, there's a certain way imele ngenze ngakhona ukuthi naye ajabule.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's no way that a girl who's cold can feel hot. after being with you. There's no way you can teach them. Let's say mina ngiyabanda, and I think ngiyabanda. Then you will come and you say, no, do this, do that, go Kegel, go gym, go.
Yeah, I mean, everyone is born the same. You understand? Everyone is born the same. It might be different in whatever that God has blessed us with, but one thing that I always tell people is do what you have to do, but just know, especially your private part is very private. And I mean, obviously now if you look one day, I was a figure ulale nomphakathi wonke. Bose sothola umfana wami usufuna umfaka amazipho. You understand? Something like that, yeah. So you need to take care of yourself, you need to know what to do. And obviously umuntu mayibanda, not ukuthi usuke ebanda ngoba like kusuke ukuthi i-lifestyle osukiphila.
Yeah.
It has an effect on you. You understand?
Right. And most of your clientele, are they like, I don't want to judge, but do you find that there's a type of client that comes to you a lot? So maybe like a lot of musicians like Gigi, or a lot of businesswomen like Cudberry, or a lot of housewives, or, you know, is there a trend in the kind of clients you have? I mean, you're mentioning a metro police. I would never imagine that. Is there like kona market sepumayo like apaya? Yabo?
No,
not really. Everyone, everyone is different.
And with me, it doesn't matter what umnyama, umhlophe, usidudla, usilele. I don't look at all those things. Yeah, because angithi usuke ngibhadala imali esebenzele kanzima. So imagine paying me so much money, mangifika lapha and I get turned on like wena, and then you understand. So I've looked beyond leonto leyo ukuthi let me not judge a person ukuthi ubuke kanjani. So that's why ngishile ekuqaleni ukuthi if I meet up with umuntu obeyagijima kakhulu, obviously ngiyamfeel. But obviously mina njengomuntu owaziyo, I need to adjust your situation and make sure ukuthi ngimshiya jabulile.
And how did you discover that you were bi?
While ngisadlala ibhola, you know, yeah, I used to look at guy as a lot. Izinqa zabafana, yabo. Masigeza lapha ngithi yazi vele sashawa sonke samachita.
So this wasn't, as growing up you didn't see, but it was at that point.
You know why I couldn't see? Because I was a soccer player. I was locked up in culture ukuthi dlala ibhola, uphuza, upema, wenzani, yeah. So as soon as I started exploring and learning, that's when everything actually like became intact.
Got you. And are there, I don't want you to mention names please, we cannot catch a lawsuit. Okay. But are there like some famous clients?
Yeah, baningi.
Okay.
I was having a conversation with my brother.
Yeah.
On our way coming here, and I was telling him if I can show you my phone. I told him
but of course you never do that because of client
respect, you understand?
Of course.
And privacy about
And word on the streets is that you actually built your mama house.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes.
You built your mama house. Wow, guys, can we give them a round of applause? Shout out to you. How was that experience for her?
It was like my late grandfather's house, which was in PMP, Pietermaritzburg. So the house was actually out of order, being so I actually told myself I need to put by like 5,000 rand every single month. And then I went down, I fixed it up, and then one day on my mom's birthday, I told her I've got a surprise for her. Then we went to Durban.
Wow.
When we got there, she actually cried, you understand? Even if abantu bathi imali yokuncola, as long as umama jabulile, yabo, and then that's more blessings and more life for me. Of
course, I agree with you. And something you're also very passionate about apparently is education. Education when it comes to the strip pole as well. Word on the street is that you would like to start an academy for dancing, exotic dancing, stripping, that kind of thing. There could be somebody right now who's an investor watching, you know. How far are you with the process? Is it just a dream for now? Eventually, when you retire, what's the plan?
For now, it's a dream, you know, because like I said before, for me personally, I don't want to focus on the game because Leontolo izongilethela inkinga kakhulu empilweni yami. I want to ease off. That's why I said like I want to teach guys like I want to go into sex, like going to sex therapy.
Yes, sex therapy.
Yeah, I want to go into that because I mean I know would see somewhere out there khona umuntu who's going through the same thing that I'm going through. So you've got no hope empilweni. You don't know where to turn to. I want to give chances to abantu abafana nalabo. To make them realize it's okay as in you might be poor, you might look this that, but you've got a gift. You've got a gift. Sex is a gift, and it's a gift that everyone can do it, but only special people can do it properly. So I want to give chances to those kind of people, where we also need to introduce this thing, Yamastrip South Africa, where it needs to be established. So they know it's okay, without ukufihla into oyenzayo, and also the sex work, where it also manufactures into something that people love by. Not only into just because into makoning, but people need to do it freely. So for now, it's only a dream, and I just hope that it turns into a reality.
You know what I think also you should do, and this is just a suggestion. I think you should go into trying to push for. I mean, just from your story, the mistakes, the understanding it was a mistake, the coming back. I think you would be great for teaching about safe sex. Being, doing what you're doing on the daily. I think that would be, a great approach.
Yes.
Especially considering how controversial, your profession is. Something else I wanted to ask you is: are there any young people that you're grooming? I mean, whether you want to mention them or not, but are there young people who are coming to you and they're saying, I want to be just like you? I mean, I'm sure you had that moment with Cudberry, right?
Yeah,
and there's always, I mean, as a rapper, I've had young people come to me as well and say, are there young people coming to you who are interested in these things? And
there's plenty of people coming in. So for now, I've put everything on hold, but I do have a WhatsApp group. If someone says, Sia, I would like to join your industry, and then I just drop my WhatsApp number. And then I put them all in one group. Like I speak to them on a daily basis because I want to work on something. I'm looking on opening Sia Entertainer Production.
Nice.
And then once I have that thing branded out, that's when I'll be able to start, operating, start sending people to this kind of gig, and then yet telling them, you need to work on your own brand. You don't need to depend on me. If ngikuthumela ukuthi hambe ye summit, fika summit usebenza, uthatha ama number we-manager. Akhulume nawe. That's how you start building up the brand. That's how uCudberry ungifundisa ukuthi ngenza ngakhona.
You keep speaking about summits. Is it a special place? Like, is it a special place for your career?
Yes, that's where everything started off for me. That's where I learned. That's where I made mistakes, and that's where I made Cudberry. So it'll always be special to me.
And if there's something you could say to Cudberry now, what would it be?
Okay, Cudberry, what I want to say, you left a big mark, Tina, especially people who knew you, especially people overseas. When he started doing this thing, nobody believed. He was the first stripper in South Africa. Seriously, he was the first guy, and anyone can tell you that he was the first guy who introduced the stripper South Africa. So Tina Caesar after him, you understand? So that on itself should be something that should always be remembered, and we need to embrace that, and also to his family, but we just need to take his legacy forward and always remember him, and also remember his kids as well. Exactly. Your father was a hero. But just would say, and I so wish he could see, look at his investment. He invested in me when no one knew. But namhlanje I'm sitting right here next to you because of his investment.
It's true.
Yes.
It's true. Because actually, like I'm saying, a huge shout out to Moonchild. Her and I were having an interesting conversation, and your name came up. Cudberry's name came up. And it genuinely is a small world.
Yes.
It genuinely is a small world. Now, on to some more lighthearted questions. What is your ideal fetish?
I fulfilled mine already.
Okay.
Yes, I have, and
What was it?
I actually hit a dump on someone's face.
You did what? Okay.
Listen, I did it the first time, and then on Friday, Friday, some guy hit me up on Twitter, and then I was like, "See, this is the kind of concept that I have. Can I add you to Telegram?" He added me on Telegram, and then he ongifake egrouphini egcwele abelungu namandiya, I understand. So mangena laphana sengibona amavidiyo abantu yabo. So afterwards it was like, "Say, are you interested in this?" I'm like, "Yini leyo?" It's okay. Before we even start, I need to take a sample of your shit, understand? And then take it to Lancet at the lab, and then and then test her for any parasites or any disease, whatever. Angazi yena makasho something that might harm him, because obviously ukungcola lo kungena emlomeni. And then seriously, and then my results, I actually get paid for me to see ukuthi yena angathatha amangakanani awami azophuma kimi. You understand? Azophuma kimi angena kuye. Somile kakhulu. Ngicedile ngishaya nama laxative. Ukuthi kuvele kunyiwe. For real.
Yeah. Skaphili.
Angakaboni next.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Best. Maybe this is unfair though, because you can't really choose. Okay, no, but it's a bit unfair. I don't think I want to ask you that. I was going to ask you best, but I don't want to put people up against each other. I was going to say, no, let me not do that one. Okay, most useless talent you have. Like, it doesn't have to be within your profession. It can be something weird, like, I don't know, cooking, or like a talent you look at and you're like, but I was good at this. Like, what the hell? Or have you already said it's the soccer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you still play soccer now?
Yeah, if I get the chance, but
yeah, you do have the.
The problem yami ingqondo yami simoshakele kakhulu.
What do you mean? You're going to see?
Sengilala nabo coach lapha bangabone. I think ukuthi I need to pass on and give youngsters a chance. Ingqondo yami the way singakhona manje ngisalunga ebholeni.
Okay.
Seriously.
Where was the best place you ever performed?
The best place I ever performed.
It doesn't matter whether it's like Esportini, whether it's a rich, like super big mansion belonging to some rich man, or like where's the best place you've performed?
A Summit.
Oh.
At the main stage, I think at the Summit there's a place where there's a woman's bar and in the last strip and then there's the main stage. Yeah, when I got there, I actually had 2 minutes. But I always cherish those 2 minutes. Nganiko Cudberry watsentwana ngena 2 minutes ushaya into yakho.
Wow.
I'll always cherish that, so I'll always be like appreciate the chance engayithola.
Yeah, and what is the worst place where you're just like, it's raining, or the stage is falling, or the sound was cutting, or what is the worst place where you're just like
Orange Farm.
Yo,
ngena amanzi lapho phansi akukhona stage kugcwele nje, like, you understand, manje ngithi mina mele ngibe naked lana, you understand. I swear
lalela, I think
sorry ukukhuluma kabi indaba Orange Farm, but
no, it's not but Leanda. No, it's not about the place, it's about the situation and how that was. Are you allowed to say your rates, or are your rates negotiable for people who want to get a hold of you?
No, ngiyawasho.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much do you charge?
I charged from 3,000 rands.
Okay.
Yeah. And
okay, and then we can negotiate.
In night yami ke like ibiza kakhulu. Like whole night ibiza kakhulu.
But 3,000 is a lot also.
It's not a lot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, when my 30 minutes.
30 minutes incane kabi.
I
guarantee you an hour. I'll 3,000 rand.
Shout outs. And you're all inclusive,
Yeah.
male, female.
Yeah, and Leo Male, we hamba, it goes in with a full body massage, you know, hot bubble bath, you know, extreme kind of sex, whatever you need.
And with the other people who do what you do in the same profession as you, do you guys maybe sometimes have little get-togethers and with clients, like where maybe something is needed and then, you know, you'll reach out or they'll reach out and say, you know?
Yeah, we have, and I do have some guys that I'm actually close with, you know. Sometimes it's all would say a guy needs four guys to sleep with him. And
A guy?
Yeah. I wouldn't say man, you get better. It's a funny one. Funela machita, and then we just meet up, we do our thing. But bona bafika bafaka amaparaklava nithi.
Yes, kunama-fetish la ngaphandle.
Bafaka amaparaklava mina ngena straight kanje.
Ayibo.
Straight.
He wants to be remembered. He wants to be remembered.
Mola lebusuku bona ubuso bami.
Oh my goodness. Which exotic dancer or, you know, adult entertainer besides yourself do you admire? Can be locally, internationally, whatever.
Internationally, it's Polo, the entertainer.
Polo the entertainer, no?
Just
Guys, you know Polo the entertainer? He said just check.
Just check him out on Instagram. He's the best. He's the best. Man, he reminds me of Cudberry kakhulu. I look up to him. Not that I'm saying abangalana, they don't do it for me. But it's just that obviously you need to be inspired by someone who
of course, and the American industry is older than ours.
Oh, exactly.
So it's absolutely okay to
and
say that.
When it comes to Ipon, I look up to Wesley Pipes.
Wesley Pipes? Everyone just went quiet. This is like such a lesson, where it's school, guys. This is like, what is it? Anthropology, sex anthropology. There is a subject like that, by the way. Yes, that I did it with. So it's normal Kama Sutra, whatever. So that's why I'm not even uncomfortable with this conversation. All right. And what is the most trouble you've gotten into? On the job.
On the job.
Let's add a twist to it. On the job.
Remember when I told you that I tried dating?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried dating, and then I went to this one club with this certain female. When I got there, cause like she keeps on telling me, see, I'm on the stage and tell you, don't be too intimate with umuntu sumbeke stage. So when I got there, I was feeling some type of way with this lady that I took from the stage, and I put her on the floor. And then I actually took her, she was wearing a skirt. I took a towel and then I put it on top of a dress. And then I went straight for the pussy, you understand? And then she saw, because she knows what's me, namang suwe ngenza kanje kusuwenza kalana. She and then wangena ngaphansi wafika wangishanga empama.
Stage?
Yeah, wafika wangishanga empama stage, and my security samdonsa ukela khona yabo eish.
Yeah, if you're gonna date somebody, you need to be strong, eh?
Exactly.
You need to be strong.
So that's the worst.
Hectic. And for any fans watching, I know there are going to be a lot of fans. I know this is going to be a very busy episode. I'm very excited about it, but I also love how you own your truth. So for any fan who is watching you now, anybody who looks up to you, anybody who's meeting you for the first time and they think, wow, this guy is amazing, you know, what would you say to them?
I just want people to don't take me, okay, I might look like a bad boy or I might sound like a bad boy, but just look at me as someone who might maybe be the solution to your problem. And I'm very friendly, you know, people can just come to me. Like, I'm a kind of person, I also reply to inboxes. I'm not like I'm in jail, you understand?
You really do.
I was and I know how it feels seeking out for help and people not helping you. So mina, like right now, but I definitely wanna break bread with people that I starved with. So abantu who's been supportive throughout my come up, I always wanna remember them.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Wow. Well, where can people get a hold of you? Booking details, very important for some people watching.
Okay. So on Instagram, it's Entertainer, and then Twitter, it's Sensation Hunk, and then Facebook page, it's Entertainer. Yeah,
Nice. And your Facebook is booming.
Yeah.
Booming. Bathanda indaba. Bonile lapha in comments ngithi I'm looking for you. Hey. It's okay for us. What is going on?
Some guy even sent me a text wathi maniqeda ungisendele ivideo yakho na. How masiqeda ukwenzani? How? Come on, masiqeda ukwenzani ngikusendele ivideo yakho na.
Oh,
come on.
Wow.
Yo, that's how people are. Ish.
Can I be honest with you? This has been one of my favorite interviews. I think it's your honesty, how you own your truth, how you're super open, and how you've taught everybody something here today. And I think our viewers can attest to that. And I just want to say thank you, you know. When you speak about arrogance and all those different things, I never felt it in the least bit when I reached out to you,
yes.
asking you to come here. And people are saying the right things about you. Like I'm saying, you were a plug from somebody that I love and I care about a lot. And I'm glad that South Africa has gotten to the point where people have become more progressive, more inclusive. And I'm also very, very happy that your point of view is that you've made mistakes, you have come back from those mistakes, and you're starting to build an empire.
Yes.
And I think that's what's very important. And I want to say thank you for trusting me, for coming onto the show. I think this interview is probably going to go down in history because I do believe that you, alongside a lot of alternative entertainers, are really going to grow different industries in different ways. And for people who are progressive and who understand that a profession is a profession,
yes.
I want to say thank you. So there's something that we have decided to introduce to the POV gang.
Yes.
And it is signing one of our POV cups as you've spilt the tea. And it's basically just to put a nice autograph on it, to let people know that you are here. As we make history and keep history, and one day I'll probably sell it to a lot of people for lots of millions to say, Sia Entertainer was here. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Guys.
Thank you for having me.
Signed. And yes, like we said, thank you so much for giving us your time. Wish you everything that is fruitful. We hope that God continues to walk with you on your path, and that you realize your true potential as you go along the road of life. So thank you so much guys, please, a round of applause for Sia Entertainer. Whoop, whoop. Shout out. And of course, guys, we've come to the end of another amazing episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us, POVXGG, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever it is. And obviously, we are very, very open to some of your very interesting stories, whether you're talking tools, alternative employment, or simply being an online craze. Don't forget to follow us, subscribe, as we said. And of course, follow Sia Entertainer. We are booked, we are busy, it is festive. And like we said, write us your cool stories. It's Gigi, one time. See you next time. Yeah.
That's my point of view.